Hello everyone. Today I'm here to talk about our WebGIS mini project, combinedly developed by myself along with my team members Pratibha Thapa and Lokendra Yadav. So we have kept the title as Bhaktapur Eco Heritage, so, which helps to find out the heritage sites as well as green spaces of Bhaktapur district. So our study area becomes Bhaktapur district and its local level municipalities. So why we chose Bhaktapur district is because it is one of the most culturally rich areas in Nepal with UNESCO heritage sites, sacred trees, courtyards, and ecotourism trails. However, this information is scattered and not easily accessible in a single platform. So our project Bhaktapur Eco Heritage, it aims to bring all these elements into one single interactive WebGIS system where users can explore heritage and ecotourism data on a map. So our main objective is to digitize the heritage, trees, trails, and tourism facility into a GeoJSON format and to build an interactive WebGIS map and also to implement various buffer GIS spatial tools like buffer analysis and all this, as you can see here, to search and filter various things as well. So right now it's in straight view. We can also change this map into satellite view as well as topo view. It's loading. So we are working in, okay, let's work in the street view. So as I've already told, like our study area is are the four municipalities of Bhaktapur. So we have the feature for boundaries. We can select the provincial boundaries and wait, okay. So if you choose provincial boundary here, you can see the boundary around whole Nepal. Choosing the province 3 boundaries. And for district boundary, it should show Bhaktapur district, which is here. We can zoom in of this. So this is the district boundary of Bhaktapur. And for local labels, as I've already told you, we have choose the 4 different municipalities of Bhaktapur. Like we have also the options to choose here. You can go directly into different municipality just by clicking. Like if I click Surya Vinayak, it will drag you to Surya Vinayak municipality and Changunarayan or Tapur this way. So while hovering our mouse here, it will also show the name of the municipality. And here we have the categories which we can choose, like heritage, monuments, courtyard, pond, trail, hotel, and restaurant. For this, we need to turn on these layers. Suppose if I'm turning all the local label layers and choosing the heritage sites, then it will show all the heritage sites here in all the municipalities combined. And if we want to choose this one, it will dive you into the detailed information about the temple. You can see the location information, hours, fees, and everything, with as well as a little bit of more information. You can see the category as well. If I choose so this one was about the temple or heritage site. There is multiple temple, Bhairabnath temple. Or if I want to go specifically, then it's already there. So for Surya Vinayak, it's Surya Vinayak temple. Same for this one. So this one was about the heritage site. And for green spaces, I can still turn on this layer. You can simply turn it this way. Or I can turn it on and also turn this. So Surya Vinayak has this one sacred tree, which makes our project like eco heritage and not just heritage. So this is one of the examples. So for this Surya Vinayak, we have one sacred tree called Surya Vinayak Sacred Group. You can see the information about the status, about the age, species, and location. Choosing all the local labels, you can see other trees as well. You can see the green spaces, like not just trees, but also the gardens as a whole. And this one will give you the more information about garden. So it's so easy. If you want to visit some garden, you can simply use this and check out the information about the specific garden or courtyard. We can try it for different other places. You can just dive into that particular place. So other one is Eco Heritage Trail. For this, wait, let me try. So this is the trail here. For all the categories. So it's the trail, and you can see the trail's length as well. Length information as 8 kilometers. And again, if you press this one, you can, if you want to know about the trekking route or the distance or duration that would take you to reach to that particular trek route or trek site, then this is quite useful or handy, especially for tourists as well. And it also, the best thing about it is that it also gives the idea about the difficulty as well as the best season to visit that particular trek trail. So this is quite useful for the adventurous people who love trekking. So this one was about trails. Okay, I'll show you the specific. If I need to go to Bhaktapur, okay, there is one. These are like the small trails. You can just press them up. This is quite small, easy one. So these are the trails. These were the trails actually. And the hotels. Suppose a tourist visits our Bhaktapur municipality and he wants to know about the hotel information along with the heritage sites, then can just use this and also press there and see the rating of the hotel and little bit information about the hotel as well. We can toggle on all of this at once. It will give us this in a combined way. So we have used the legend for locating the various sites like heritage for yellow or orange, green, blue for pond and garden, etc. Courtyard. So yeah, this one was the explanation about the layers for how we can check out different heritage sites or screen spaces when we visit Bhaktapur itself. or before visiting Bhaktapur, however you want it to be. So this one was in street view. Now you can also check it out in satellite view and view. It's a bit messy. Street view. Okay. You can see the data explorer here, where you can find the name of this heritage site and sliding. You'll get the location and the time period. For more information, it also included here. And green spaces information for Bhaktapur, I guess. Yeah, it was for Bhaktapur. Now it's for Madhya Pradesh. And this shows this stats of green spaces, like the total secretaries, municipalities, and all. So, yeah, if I choose all local labels, it will show all these trees and sites. So this one was a brief introduction or explanation about our UI. Moving on to the methodology for how we actually followed the before, like what steps we took before creating this project. So our flow consisted of five different steps. First one is data collection and structuring. So we compiled the heritage, street tale, and facility data like hotels and so on into a GeoJSON feature collection with the consistent attribute schemas. We collected the structured spatial data into GeoJSON format, including heritage sites, sacred trees, trails, etc. And for backend, we built a backend using FastAPI, which served as GeoJSON data through APIs, handled filtering and search features, etc., organizing data into different layers as well. So another one is for front-end development, we use React or Vite for UI, and Leaflet for interactive maps, and Turf.js for spatial analysis. And to integrate all this, the front-end communicated with backend using REST API, and all components were integrated in a single system. And to test, for testing, all spatial tools and APIs were tested using real datasets in there. So this is the workflow of client-side spatial analysis, which I already showed you. So when the user opens the spatial panel and picks a mode, and Leaflet helps to render the. So first of all, the user would open the tool and then click the map, and then Leaflet would render that map, and Turf.js would help us to get the various spatial features and so on. And for the so this was about the user client-side spatial analysis. So since we used GeoJSON files, we had these different layers with various number of features, as you can see here. So for the province boundary, we use province boundary GeoJSON, district for district boundary GeoJSON, local boundary GeoJSON, heritage site GeoJSON, trees GeoJSON, heritage trails, and hotels. The boundary helps us to know the Bangladesh province outline, and then district boundary helps us to get the boundary of the district, and local level boundary GeoJSON file consisted of the descriptions of like municipality boundaries of 4 different municipalities, which we have already seen here. And then heritage sites for heritage monuments, squares, UNESCO listed sites, and tree trusts for the sacred trees and heritage courtyard gardens, heritage trails for the trails which I've already shown. So restaurants for the restaurants and hotels. So this is the most important thing here. So the technology stack. So for front end we used React 19 plus Byte. So which helped like for fast server of the UI. And so React loads the interface, and Leaflet displays the interactive map, and Axios, it helped to fetch the data from Backend API. So GeoJSON data is rendered as markers for various heritage sites and trees, and polylines for trails, and polygons for various boundary data. And then after that, user interacts with the map tools like this buffer analysis, point and polygon, nearest location, and all this, which I'll show you. For example, if you need to buffer, like we have created the buffer of 1,000 meters. So if you want to buffer a certain place, then it will show you the buffer of 1,000 meters. And similar for the nearest location, if you place point out someplace, it will give you the nearest location. You can see this. If I pressed it here, let me try. Okay, this is fine. So, okay, I would press here, like this place. If I'm here and I want to see which heritage site is nearby, then I would just press here. Then it will give me the nearest heritage site or anything famous, and you can view the information in the same way. I can do this way. I can press different places. If I do this, you can see or what is the nearest. You'll get the idea about it. So for distance measurement, if I need to find the distance, if I'm in a certain place, if I'm in I can show you. I can try. If I'm here and I want to know how much this hospital is from my place, then this is like a very short example. This is so short. But yeah, it is like 175 meters from this place. I can show. Okay, from here to the hospital, it's 919, and from here to here, it will just show you in a pop-up already. So this could help us to know the distance, to find out the shortest route, and so on. For area calculation, if you need to find the area of sorted, you can simply, okay, it became quite messy. If I need to find the area, we have also added the area feature. Sorry. This one, you can see the area here for the shortened place as well. This is in the satellite view. So it was our front end where we could easily interact with the UI in our own way, also using various spatial tools. Then we have for backend, we have So Backend is the data and logic provider of the system, and we used for backend technology we use FastAPI. It's like a Python-based web framework used to build REST APIs. And Unicorn, we use it as a server for data validation and we use it as a server, and Pydantic for data validation and structure. And for data storage, we didn't use any databases. Instead of database, we used static GeoJSON files, which had like heritage site GeoJSON, tree trace GeoJSON, which I have already talked about. So for the backend workflow, I'd just say that Frontend would send the request, then FastAPI would receive the API call, and then backend reads the GeoJSON file, and GeoJSON would respond back, and Frontend would display the features on the map. So this one was about our technology stack. So talking about the API, which is the very important part. So we used REST API, as I've already mentioned. So there are various APIs endpoints here with the description given, which could work for various layers here. So first we have get API boundaries, province, district, local label. I can show you here in this board for backend. Port 8000. So you can see all the API here. So for district boundaries, province boundaries, and local label boundaries, we use this API. And for the heritage site, and filter by category, like search text and so on, we used this heritage sites API, get API tree trace for tree trace dashboard, this as well. Then trails for various trails, walking trails, trekking sites. Tree trace actually helped us to know about the sacred courtyard and so on. And API hotels, restaurants for various hotels, homestays, and so on. Then API site, like combined API site, help us to search across all the data sets. And to get docs helped us to auto-generate like interactive Swagger documentation, which you can see here. Wait up, this one. Now this is more about the district boundary like this. So get docs help us with interactive Swagger UI documentation. So I have already talked about the tools here. But I would just say buffer tool would help us to find the buffer between the certain area, which I think I've already explained. This gives the buffer around 1,000 meters as a default. It would look like that. And similarly, we have tried all of this. So for nearest location, okay, let me go to the satellite. Okay. Oh, it seems like this, and it also gives you the distance. Like you can see their distance 1.33 kilometer, along with the name as well. So talking about the system architecture, we used a simple two-tier architecture, front-end and back-end. So I've already talked about this in detail beforehand, so I would just say it in short. So for front end, we use React plus Leaflet, which runs on the port 5173 and handles UI and visualization part. Whatever we can do, like it helped us to make it more visible about various features. And so and performs very special analysis with the help of Torf.js. And for backend, we use FastAPI and unicorns to serve it, which runs in the port 8000. So this was about it. So it serves GeoJSON data via APIs. So the simple data flow is like user, frontend, API request, backend, then JSON data, and frontend again displaying the map. So this was about our interactive and very feasible web application, like full stack web application. So you can toggle off all this as well. And then you can go to the street view, you can minimize this. So this was all about the WebGIS application we made. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. And we are very thankful for our lecturer, engineer Suman Varal sir for providing this opportunity. So thank you for watching again.